got a long way to go to get ready for next Friday. We didn't run the floor consistently. The first half, our defense didn't have much communication, not much pop to it. I thought we did a much better job the second half. Execution of our offense, we have a lot of new guys out there, but didn't have much organization there and not very sharp at all. So it's going to be a big week of practice for us. We've got to get some guys healthy, and we've got to start executing, doing a lot of things a lot better.
Coach, you said this week was going to be crucial for you guys to enter Georgetown. Do you think tonight's game was misrepresentative of how you guys did in practice? I know, Johnny, you said that you guys are running the offense a lot better in practice.
Well, I thought we had, one really good day, but, the others, it's not that they're not working hard, but our attention to detail, our focus is not what it should be. And so, there's not that sense of urgency, to get ready for a big game. And so, hopefully that'll change this week because we're playing a team that, has got 4 starters back. I ended 5th in the country last year and got 4 starters back. So, we've got an underdog role here, regardless of what anybody thinks. They got 6 of their top 7 back and 4 starters. So they're going to be further along than we are, and we've got a tremendous amount of work to do between now and then, and our sense of urgency has got to go way up.
Coach, what's the message at halftime when you're trailing a Division II team on your home floor?
Oh, just, we got to play better. We weren't guarding very well at all. It started there. They were shooting 56% from the field and 50% from 3. We didn't have much snap to our defense. So we didn't execute much. You just weren't ready to play. So again, it's disappointing that we didn't come out sharper than what we did, but they did a great job second half, really turned it up, and I thought our communication was a lot better and played pretty hard. But it was disappointing the first half, no doubt.
Expecting to get you guys back from the Georgetown game in play tonight?
Oh, I think so. I hope so. We anticipate, they'll be ready to go, but never know.
Are they minor injuries or?
Yeah, they'll be all right, I think.
Coach, Dominic looked pretty active on both sides of the ball, but just couldn't seem to really finish at the basket or on the outside. Are you concerned at all with where he's currently at heading into a big game in Georgetown?
Well, he had 4 steals, but his shot selection needs to improve, and we got to get better ball movement. But he'll get it figured out. He'll work through it.
With all of the new faces, how much of this do you just put on them learning to communicate together and communicate effectively together?
Well, that's part of it, but that's just an excuse. We got to get ready to play a game, and we try to eliminate our excuses as much as possible. They did a much better job the second half. So we didn't learn to communicate that much over halftime. They just did it. But we didn't run the floor consistently, which, with our team, I think we have the athletes to do that. So we got to run the floor much more consistently. Blockouts weren't consistent, so we got to do a much better job there. Our talking defensively did pick up second half, and I think that's why we had a much better effort. But the execution of the offense wasn't anywhere near where it needs to be. So, those 4 things that we thought going into the game that we really wanted to try to control, which we can control, we didn't do a very good job of. So we'll look at the film on Monday and have a good practice, get on a plane early Tuesday, and get as many things put together as we possibly can.
How big was Justin Young, especially in the first half, you guys in the game?
Well, he hit some shots. Didn't do a very good job defensively. So that was a team thing. That wasn't any one individual. That was pretty good team effort there, not guarding anybody. So, but I thought Joe, hit a couple big shots, got the ball to the basket a couple times. I thought he did some good things and liked the direction he's headed. But defensively and on the boards, he, like a lot of his teammates, we really got to make some progress there.
The absence of Mike, Waverly had a double day. Do you plan on kind of having an ongoing process of whether you go small or big, even heading into a game in Georgetown? Or is that just going to be, you're going to switch it up throughout the season?
We'll just see. It's November 2nd. It's way too early to make any determinations on, Wave got some baskets down today and got some rebounds, did some good things, but we won't make any determinations on that for a long time.
Does it seem an opponent where you should be able to exploit a size like that? Or do you find that this performance particularly encouraging in any way for Waverly?
I thought, the thing I'm happy about is the 12 rebounds. We got to have somebody going and getting the ball. So, but then offensively, yeah, it was a team that was smaller, and guys did a good job getting him the ball sometimes. And when he made simple plays, he looked pretty good on finishes.
Has Waverly been playing like that consistently in practice?
No. He has days where, he really can take over practice, but we haven't had that consistency as a group, but he had a good day today.
Coach, in a game like today where you get to lighten the players a little bit, and the players have to watch the film of themselves struggling against point low, can it help them in the long run, give them a chance to really see that they have to come out and play every day?
Well, you hope that they learn from every situation that you have, every time you take the floor. So I would hope that would help us. It's a long season. There's a lot of things that you learn up and down, and a lot of emotions a team goes through throughout a season. So, we didn't come out sharp at all today. Kind of started with our shoot around this morning at 9 o'clock. I didn't think they were particularly sharp then, and part of that is, Mike's been doing a good job leadership. Dot's been real vocal, and so you got a couple guys that, kind of been our energy guys, and they're not there, and so the energy wanes a little bit, and we didn't play with much energy that first half. So a lot of adjustments we got to make.
When you see a shoot around like that, they're not as sharp and they're not responding as well. Is there anything you can do to intervene at that point, or you just pretty much have to write it out?
Well, we talked to them about it. I just told them that's not the way we're going to have our shoot around, conducted. And, it's a new group. We're going to go through some ups and downs with them. We recognize that. And again, it's November 2nd. I know we got a long ways to go, but a couple things, I just didn't like the way we ran the floor, and I didn't like the communication defensively. Little things that we can improve upon, and we've got to improve upon very quickly.
Your offense isn't running the sets crisply, as you said. Guys who can get their shots seem like they're valuable, like Joseph. Are there other guys on this team who you like their ability to create on their own?
Oh, I don't know. I think a lot of the guys can get their own shot, but our offense isn't nearly as effective. You look at the shooting percentage, we went and got a lot of our own shots today, and we shot the ball 36%. So you're not going to win many ball games doing that. So going and getting your own shot and going and getting your own shot and scoring are two different things. We need shot makers. We don't need shot takers. Going and getting a bad shot, our percentages go down when we do that.
You talked about the stars coming back to Georgetown. Obviously, Nolan Smith is going to be there, transfer from UCLA. How does he fit into what they already had?
Well, he gives them a guy that can really score on the low block. He's a handful down there, and he's got great hands. Very physical around the basket. He was a real tough matchup for us his freshman year. Sophomore year, he didn't hurt us quite as bad, but his freshman year, they got it down to him low, and we really struggled containing him.
How do you keep you guys focused on this big game? I assume for many it could be their first trip out of the country. How do you keep focused with the task at hand at Georgetown and keep out the distractions of traveling overseas?
I think they'll be all right. Some of them it is their first trip overseas, but we'll be on the base most of the time. We'll have a couple days there to get ready to play. And we're not going to be doing any sightseeing, any traveling or anything like that. So we're just going to play a ball game. It's going to be a long flight, a little longer trip than usual to go play a ball game. But we're going to spend all our time on the base with the troops and their families. So, I don't think there'll be too many distractions.
Did you have military in your family background?
A little bit. My dad was in the service.
So that being said, having that experience going on the base, from a non-basketball perspective, are you looking forward to that at all?
Well, I think it's going to be a great experience for all of us. Our players get to see young people, men and women that are their age, serving our country, protecting us. So I think it's great for our coaching staff to see the sacrifices that so many are making on our behalf. So I think it's great for all of us to realize that there are a group of people that sacrifice a great deal, being away from their families, from their home to protect us. So I think it's a great learning experience for all of us.